easily as anybody. See on this thing. Deep. He's got a couple of players down there, and this one's going to settle. Oh, no! Jakeem Polk with a full layout, and he waves his hand side to side saying no catch. I thought Wilson Matthews had that one all the way, and Polk came out of the ether to stop it.
Beautiful play by the hustle defense.
Sometimes you see a double team, but it's going to be just a singular mark, and it's going to leave a very open hammer. See the draw, New York defense quite confused.
That was the best way anybody could ever play that zone.
We're back. Munoz. Here's Lee. Sees Martin going. Puts it out there on a platter. Woo! Here, Martin. From the depths. Come on.
Jared Martin overhands that layout and then flips it as he's
chance to tie it. Minute 16 left. And they'll take a timeout.
You could see it. Woo, that was some play. I had thought Chase Bruner had maybe
awfully close to a turnover, but Langford couldn't get there, and Brooks is giving and going. Steps into a deep shot. He's got a receiver, and what a grab! Connor Olsen goes shoulder high for the Colorado score.
That was that cut.
All right, well, welcome back. We're just getting the third quarter underway here in San Diego. Growlers and Austin Soul all tied at 11. Exciting first half. Steve and I are excited to welcome Growlers owner Will Griffin to the booth. Will, how you doing?
Doing good. Just running around this first half.
How much of the excitement did you catch?
I caught a good amount of it. It seems like Growlers started strong, and then Austin battled back to end the half. So
nice around there. Oh, toes it in. Kyle Henke looking for a dump. Finds Elliott. Guarded by Sander. Around for Potts.
Yeah, Potts had a big first half from throwing and catching, and he's going to continue this with a big hammer.
Wide open. Hammer floats down perfectly for Eric Broderick. Soul back on serve, up 1.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it, Will. It's like the tale of two quarters. You have the first quarter where the Growlers look like they can do no wrong, and then the second quarter, as we see this replay, a beautiful hammer from Potts, and that's why he's one of the best players in the UFA. But getting to a high stall count, looking for something, and just goes, yeah, I can throw this throw.
yeah, I think you see like these teams haven't played each other in a few years, so you're probably seeing a little bit of like, you know, the Growlers started and threw some punches and Austin absorbed, and then Austin sort of threw their punches back. So they took the half to sort of figure each other out, and, you know, now we should see, you know, how those adjustments keep going. Plus, you know, Austin played yesterday, so, and then a drive down from LA, they might have some tired legs to start the game, but, you know, these are athletes. They're going to be ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like the Growlers were shooting themselves in the foot with just a couple throws they didn't need to throw. It seemed like they were having a hard time, like, maintaining the score, and they're still playing like as if they were down 2 or 3 and being maybe a little too aggressive. But that's why the Growlers are 5-2 and in third place is their aggressive play. So you don't want to necessarily slow that down. But
yeah, they definitely like run up and down the field. They're a vertical team. They make a lot of good throws, so they can kind of get their momentum going, and, you know, that can be good and bad, I guess.
Little defensive mismatches there, and finally the defense is aligned, done underneath across midfield. He's going to shoot, leaning back for Miller. Over the shoulder, one-handed grab, Matt Miller.
Great catch. Thought he might go up two-handed and just put the left hand up. Great catch there from Miller. And some end zone dance that we haven't seen, which is always fun.
Yeah, I think I've seen Matt Miller upfield a lot thus far this game, so I feel like defensively they're like pushing him upfield, and that time he just took advantage on it. Great throw by Travis. Good shape.
Yeah, there's just no opportunity. You had number 20 Owen Johnson trailing that play. He was the one that had the big layout, almost Callahan, after that great pull there and from Austin to come. Kind of that was a big momentum change after that quick score from Austin, and then it seemed like the wheels came off a little bit for the Growlers, but they come back out on 12-12. Definitely it's been a really fun game so far.
So Will Turner will size up the pole. Elliott Moore to receive. Centering pass for Armstrong. Around, a little floaty. Nice grab there from Kyle Henke.
Tran thought he had an opportunity.
Close.
Foul. Okay. First time Michael's admitted to a foul.
Good double team. Henke will get yards in a fresh stall count. High release. That was also floaty.
Just a drop there.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, just a drop there. And
Tran in the area. Credit him with the block.
do we credit him with the block?
I mean, if he wasn't there, I think that disc is caught, right?
It's fair.
Bryce Lazinski with the short field. Growlers with a break chance here to start this second quarter.
Great throw.
Sel Salam.
Division.
Oh,
So much
man.
power in that throw.
Peter Lentz hauls it in, trot into open space. Growlers with a break, they go up 1.
This is what you said, a hope from the Growlers, and I'm sure Kevin's hoping it, like the constant, relentless defense from the Growlers, and then it just sort of builds over time. It's definitely, you're probably not going to get that call. There might have been some contact there, but
Didn't look like the Austin player was looking for it either. I mean, there's been a couple points where Austin didn't seem like they were too happy with some of the calls. There was a very controversial call down in the end zone here where it looked like there was very minimal contact, and there was a foul call. But Growlers, that's a big point for the Growlers, right? They had the break train going in the first quarter, and they come out after Austin holds their first point. They get a break in the second, and they second offensive point, and they're 13-12 now.
There's like no wind right now.
Yeah, we got a shot of the flag earlier. It's just still.
Yeah. Goes defense.
Hankey holsters the Scuba. Back to Reinhardt. Around for Hankey, now in a power position. I think we've got contact downfield.
Yeah, it looked like Levinsky might have just held one of the Soul players.
Can't do that.
Not anymore with the new rules.
Nice grab there from Mark Hankey. Up the line for Wiley. Good mark there from Levinsky.
Let him out.
Oh. Mark Hankey with a short field.
What a grab from Hankey down there on the side. I mean, he just stabbed that thing out of the air, getting to kind of a high count, and just had to throw it out to space. And, I mean, not many people are making that catch. It was a great catch from Austin Soul.
What'd he say?
His dad's watching his stream.
Yes.
So we take another look at that sequence and the score. Alex Janelle with looking for the pull, and it's up. So Austin Soul with a nice quick use of time there. We're all tied at 13. Growlers up a break. Cohen now with the disc underneath for Artis.
I mean, Artis has been so good tonight. He's just been catching a lot of goals, but just been a staple for the Growler offense. Even when they went through their rut in the second quarter, he's just been catching goals and being consistent.
Brunker drops back with Osborne. Downfield a little deep. Ooh. Done underneath. Dishes for Brunker, and Brunker shoots. Miller intended, but
it's not the height matchup you want.
Nick Walter at 6'6". He's going to get some of that.
Again, that's like Matt Miller's upfield again, right? So I think defensively they're pushing Matt upfield, and then they'll take that matchup, obviously. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, with Miller had that goal the previous point. I think you throw when you have a player like that as fast as Miller, and a great catch, great turnover right after you have the
Brunker finding Cohen, and the Growlers able to recover with a short field, go back up one.
Brunker's been gone he hasn't played the last few games, so it's nice to see him back. He's just a great player. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, he's just aggressive, and that's what's fun to watch. I mean, he's definitely gonna shoot.
Yeah, I mean,
there's that great D there. I mean, he needed all 6'6" to get that. Miller thought he had a chance on that one. David versus Goliath situation out there. But Growlers get the quick turnover and that nice fall down throw to Jesse. And, we know Jesse has scored goals his whole career, and he continues. Him and Casey Wu find the end zone.
So Michael Tran with the pull. Kind of back and forth to start the second half. See what the Soul have here on offense. Armstrong with the disc. Hankey underneath. Looking for some help. Elliott more clears. Oh, hand block.
Get down.
Foul. You see Khalif signaling foul there,
yep.
But good mark. Fisk will remain with Austin. Fresh stall count for Hankey.
Khalif's got a couple blocks this year, some crucial hand blocks. So thought we had one there, but he called the foul on himself. And now the Austin have the disc 10 yards up.
A nice around. Can continue that all the way for Reese Bowman.
They're looking for pots.
Bowman shoots. Growlers in the area. Koo hauls it in.
The Growlers practice that all during the week. Like if a throw goes up, where's the help coming from?
And El Salam is going to rip a backhand. Tynan Sander.
Are you kidding?
Yes. Tynan Sander with the score and the kick spike. Growlers up 2.
I mean, Khalif is made for these big moments. Like, what a throw and what a run from Sander to get that. I mean, incredible.
And Khalif loves that, like, backhand power stride or power pivot to really get a lot of power on that disc. You can see it'd be easy to, like, float that up. So this is where they practice this on during the week. Like, a throw goes up, where's the help coming from? Can we sandwich that cutter down? And then, big backhand pivot. That's just so much power in those legs to get that throw out there.
The fact that it went so far and it even air bounced just a little bit, like the distance it had on that, and that Tyson just took off. I mean, from the get-go, as soon as he saw Khalif getting the disc, he was just sprinting at full sprint.
And those are
he
backbreakers. If you can get that break where you just kind of catch that goal rather than a big contested goal, like it's just the deep. Now they have to walk back to the line, and just the mental game starts to play. So this is where hopefully the defense can start to wear down Austin on this second game for them.
Turner with the pole. Growler defense able to get in position. Elliott Moore. Nice pass for Miller on defense. You don't see that very often. Wiley around on the far sideline. Double team is on.
Double team. Every time he's got to pick him up. He's streaking.
Oh!
That could work.
Wow. Hanky sticks with it, and the big hammer.
Let's go. Can Ben get there?
Oh my gosh.
Hanky.
What a catch from Austin Soul.
Oh my goodness.
What a catch from Hanky. And just a bomb of a hammer.
Was that Hanky to Hanky?
Yes. And Kyle Hanky to Mark Hanky.
So this is where Matt Miller will go on the double team here, and you'll see who Matt was covering. Streak up the line, right? There he goes, right? And then, so he's the guy that's going to catch the hammer here. Ben does a good job of trying to pick up on the help, but it was just sort of a little late. And Ben probably could have been more aggressive there, but he just probably would have fouled him.
A two-handed grab on a hammer, I mean, that's the only way you're going to be able to catch that coming down two hands with how far the distance was for that hammer. Incredible throw and incredible catch, and Austin stops the break train from the Growlers and kind of sets their sights back on defense.
But that can be a good one in the other way too. Like, they really had to work for that. They had a floater here. They caught a crazy hammer. Like, that's not as much of a mental win as like the backbreaker.
For sure. I mean, that's why the Growlers are so good in that first quarter. Their O looked so smooth. Like, it didn't look like they would ever turn it over again because they just weren't making any mistakes.
Cohen upline for Miller. Artis is going, but looking to get the disc in the clear, and Cohen takes it up line.
I think it was the first time Miller looked dumped to start.
Ruben all the way back on the near sideline.
Nice cut.
Nice gainer for Artis. And now Dunn with the around.
That was a good holster from Dunn. I think Dunn had Ruben probably streaking, but there's just a lot of traffic. Travis made that mistake a little bit at the end of the second quarter, and he just wants to. A nice high release from Jesse.
Nice break. Cohen to Osborne. Growlers back up to 16-14.
Yeah, that's where, like, when the Growlers are really running, like I said, you can kind of feel, like, the momentum of the offense. Like, it's kind of like they're running downhill, and they can almost, like, get themselves over their skis. But, like, Travis there gets it, like, all right, let's not make the hard throw. Make the easy throw. Settle us down into red zone.
Yeah, he even calls them to come back under and just never made it look hard.
Right.
And using the width of the field is the key there for the Growlers. Like, getting this throw to a quick high-release break.
See Coach Stewart there talking over the defensive matchups and strategy. We've seen a couple of junk looks earlier in this game. We haven't seen any sideline pulls out of bounds, so I like seeing the defense being able to get set up all the way downfield. Another nice pull from Turner.
It's tough without this wind to really put that roller double team on. There's really no wind. And it's kind of like sticky out there. So like the disc is really tacky.
A little bit of a junk look. Armstrong to Armstrong, and back again.
Turner really had to play catch up there. I think they thought a shot was going up, but could catch up there. I mean, Austin's been pretty patient with this junk, and I think the Growlers are doing a good job kind of holding it. And it's just that one throw that breaks it across, and it's been typically an Austin hammer that's been kind of breaking, or that big around flick that they like throwing.
Elliott Moore unmarked underneath for Henke, and he dishes to Armstrong. Carson with the disc. Nice high release around. Bowman across midfield.
Good defense from the Growlers, make him throw a lot of throws, but Austin looks pretty comfortable with everything, but that looks like that's going to go out of bounds.
Leaning back.
Nice.
Kobe McCracken pursuing, but ultimately falling too far out of bounds there for Bowman.
Yeah, it looked like Austin was content just working it up and then took an ill-advised shot, a really difficult one. Ooh.
Wow. Nice, strong hands. There's the timeout.
Kobe McCracken avoiding some serious contact there right before the timeout.
I gotta say, these jerseys look great. The red really pops on camera here. I don't know, is it TVX playing with the contrast or something? Because I like the reds.
TVX does a lot.
That's true.
I do appreciate that the font and the color of the numbers and the names are the same. It can be a little difficult to read. You can see how Soul jersey from a distance can be. The contrast is difficult there. But so wholesale substitutions. Growlers going to be on offense here with about 3.5 in the third quarter. They're up 2. Let's while we've got a break in the action, let's pull up some of the can't-miss games upcoming. Next Friday, Minnesota and Madison. That's the Friday night Frisbee matchup on YouTube. Don't miss that. Then the following day, DC and New York is the game of the week. Watch UFA.tv. And then next Friday, the Friday following, Toronto and New York, Friday night Frisbee. So a few great games upcoming. A lot of Eastern teams, but
the Friday night games have been real fun to watch this year. There's normally big key matchups, big teams. And then we're getting to the point of the season where like games really matter. Ooh, the floaty.
Osborne shoots. Koo is there, but there's traffic.
Oh.
Good jump timed.
Man, it looked like a backup Growler could have maybe got that catch there, but here's going to... Thought Wiley was going to let that one go.
Brendan Dial back to Wiley.
That's got to be tough, like a wholesale, like a, I know, Will, you played kind of on both lines and more on D, but just to get the D line to have the O, and then all of a sudden they turn it over on second, third throw, you just like,
nice grab.
Let it stay out there.
Yeah, it's a good thing, though. The Growlers' offense is a really good D-line as well, so they've been really good at like getting the back this year. But yeah, anytime the D gets a turnover and then you get the timeout, you want to go and get the break for them, which they still can do here.
Joey and Noah, a little give-go, running the backfield.
Plenty of time.
Joey and Brandon again.
This is what the Growlers did last point and made them work, and then there was kind of an ill-advised throw after Austin was pretty relaxed, but some pressure here coming from the fans.
Brandon Dial guarded by Ruben.
Yeah, a lot of late leaking downfield.
DeLuna over the top. Joey Wiley hauls it in. The Soul with a nice patient score. They're down 1, under 2 in the third.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big one for Austin. They needed that point after giving up a break and having the offense out there. Here's that replay. Just missed it. Looked like Travis and Kyle were tracking. I think they just probably came down a little bit late. But, I mean, I know Marcel wants that throw back. Kind of popped up on that backhand, trying to throw a little inside out and just left it up. And a great hammer. And that's been Austin's MO, it seems like, tonight. Anytime they're in a jam, they'll throw a beautiful hammer. And that's something that is just really hard to guard.
2 minutes left. The Growlers have a good chance to end the quarter strong.
While we've got a break in the action here, while we've got a break in the action, I want to shout out the San Diego Western Ultimate League women's team, Super Bloom, securing their ticket to championship tomorrow in the Bay Area. They'll face the winner of the matchup, I think, currently underway. So we'll keep you guys posted on that. But congrats to Super Bloom on the championship berth. Growlers with the disc now. Michael Tran up the middle. Peter Lentz, nice grab. Brunker for El Salam. Done underneath, and he shoots. Cross midfield. Wu unmarked.
Yeah, this is the second time Travis has shown a little patience on that throw, knowing that he has someone open under. Lentz was streaking deep, but had a wide open Casey.
Brunker looking for a dump, and there's Tran. Nice recognition there from Michael Tran and Brunker. A little dominator set.
They don't want to throw to anyone else.
Khalif El-Salam on the goal line.
There we go.
There it is. Kobe McCracken pushes the lead back to 2 for the Growlers.
And that was all Bunker and Tran. Just working it up, just give go, just with their fakes, their abilities. I mean, it was critical. What do you think about what is Michael wearing? We didn't know if it was an ash top or like I didn't know if it was like a bolo. With the Texas team coming, he wants to do a little extra. Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's. We'll have to look to see.
Is that one of those?
I think he signs it after every game and gives it away.
Is that one of those Dwayne Wade cool wraps they put under there? I don't know.
All right, I'm going to let you boys finish up the rest of the game. I'm going to get the rest of the excitement happening here. So
you got some other stuff going on.
Yeah.
The Jackie Moon.
Thanks so much for joining us, Will Griffin. We'll let you go and set up an exciting third quarter. Event for the fans is the what do you call that, Steve? The disc golf. Basket toss or the disc toss?
The basket toss.
They throw a mini disc and 50-50 raffle. So excitement for the fans here in person if you make it out. Under a minute here. Carson Armstrong looking for some relief. Plenty of time for the Soul to score. Joey Wiley, nice upline there for Carson. Across midfield, and he's got Hankey underneath, and Hankey with a quick trigger. Woo!
I think he got it in.
Yes.
Oh.
Wow, really close. Growlers players trying to plead with the ref.
We'll see if we can get a shot of that. That thing looked like he had his foot, maybe first foot on the line, but, man, that thing came off like a whip.
Yeah, Kyle Hankey with the recognition to quick. I mean, he didn't even really have time to slow all the way down when he throws this disc. First, Carson Armstrong finds him up line.
Yeah, just really quick. See if we can get it. Ooh.
His left foot may have been down, but definitely the right foot was very close. So
if there's no way we could watch that one more time.
The angle's tough for us. Ref had the best
one.
look.
If we slow that down a little bit, here's the replay we want to see. Here's the line. It's that quick throw right here. Just doesn't need to throw it that quick. Quickly throws it. I think he got his
left toe, I think, is the call. Because the right foot was definitely on the line, but I think left toe was dragged.
Looked like the right call from Richard Chang, one of our referees. So even though the Growlers weren't too happy, it did look like it was in, and the Growlers have the disc now with 25 seconds left.
Plenty of time as Kyle Rubin gets it across midfield for Cohen.
Yeah, there's no rush here. You don't want to go too early and give them an opportunity for a buzzer beater. So you're just looking for an easy one and looking for a deep cut.
Oh, nice underbid. Khalif El-Salam, 8 seconds. Miller moves the mark. Back to Leaf. Oh, and a nice grab there.
That was
Noah Powell.
Maybe they're just a little too cute on that one. I mean, you also don't want to give them an opportunity to get a score back, but they just looked like they were working all the way up and then got stalled half field, and then were okay doing the 1 or 2 yard throws.
So Growlers unable to extend the lead back to 2. They will receive to start the fourth quarter. But let's take a quick look at some of the summary stats, Steve, from this game thus far. So it's been back and forth. Again, 4-point differentials in each of the first 2 quarters. Now it's a 1-score game. What jumps out at you here as we take a look?
I mean, I would say that after the first quarter and then the second quarter, I mean, now we're just about even. Like, the D-line conversions are very similar. The red zone is very similar. The hucks, I mean, Growlers have definitely hucked it a little bit more, and the turnovers are pretty similar. So I think what sticks out is like the D-line conversion, 6 out of 8. I mean, a 75% D-line conversion is pretty tremendous. But, looking at the 4 out of 6, so 66% for, that's my quick math there, for Austin Soul. So impressive game right now because, we had the tail of 2 quarters, and that one was kind of almost a match. Growlers are up, and, the fourth quarter is going to be a big one for the Growlers.
Yeah, they will receive. We'll be back in just another minute or 2. Don't go away. Fourth quarter action resumes right after this.
All right, and here we go. Fourth quarter underway. Growlers will receive here. Nice floaty pull there from Austin.
I'm excited, Brian. This is a big quarter for the Growlers.
This is an exciting game. We had a kind of a, unfortunate start for San Diego here as a short field turnover. Joey Wiley with the disc for Austin. Contact. I think Ruben a little frustrated there. Wiley will get fresh stall. Waiting for the other players, I think, to reset. Ref signals. And we're back. Osborne on the dump D. Oh, nice.
Great D from Osborne on that dump. Wiley puts it in the ground, and the Growlers maybe came out, like me, too excited that beginning of that fourth quarter, and now they have another chance at it.
Brunker underneath for Osborne. Nice gainer underside, live side. Back to Brunker. He's got Wu.
Good width of the field there for the Growlers going all the way across to Casey. And stayed on that break side.
Ruben's going to shoot. Miller is pursuing.
Oh, Miller!
Second effort. Uh-oh. Owen Johnson is still down.
Oh, man. I hope Owen's okay. He's been great.
He's up
limping
quick.
Off. Man.
Hope that's just a cramp because, anybody with the injury, I don't want to see them bouncing up that quickly if it's...
Now, there's that turnover. Just kind of threw it inside to a trailing Ruben. Great D there from Osborne. Wiley getting to a high count. Tries to go an offhand. And here's this throw from Ruben. Not much room for error here. Miller tries to go up big. Oh, steps right there and then makes that great layout concentration. It looked like Owen tried to go up and stepped. Maybe it was his ankle. Man, that looked bad. Looked like Owen couldn't even go up, and we've seen how athletic he is all game. He's been great. So I hope he's okay, and a big score for the Growlers as we get ready for the next pool.
So 2-score game. Growlers led by as many as 4, I believe, in the first quarter. Kyle Henke with a nice underneath for Potts. We're going to be looking for Jackson Potts to kind of play out of his mind to kind of close this game out. If Austin Solar going to win, and you can expect he's going to be a major factor. Back to Kyle Henke. Guarded by El Salam.
Yeah, a little stagnant getting to a high count there, but great patience there from Sol. But looks like they're... Oh, there's a
Elliot
Hawk.
Morris shoots, but it's going to be...
Oh, no.
Short. And Ben Levinsky getting turned around. Unable to knock it to the floor.
Tough one for Levinsky. He's right place, right time. Just couldn't quite get his hand on that. Popped up pretty quick to make it even a little bit harder and maybe get a second D there. But, man, he'll be wanting that one back. And it looked like Austin was getting a little bit stagnant, and we see this replay here. They kind of had that break throw just a toe in and just kind of didn't see much downfield and just tried to let that thing go. And Ben it was hard to see from this angle, just kind of like a miss. Maybe it was tailing away from him a little bit more and just couldn't get a disc on. He's kind of like going across his body. And like I said, Ben's been great all year and definitely probably would have wanted that one back to get that D. And now Sol an opportunity to tie it if they can get a defensive break here.
Janelle with a nice pull. We've seen a lot of those from Alex. Osborne fields it in the air, no problem. Now Miller moves the mark. Nice crisp throw to the break side.
Artist has these long strides where he just starts going, and it's just really hard to catch him.
There's Ollie underneath. Right in the middle of the logo there. Cohen now.
Artist can just keep going. I know.
Cohen, I think, trying to throw Osborne open. A little bit out of reach as Osborne was shading under for his cut. Back to the thrower.
Nice scoober there. Looks like we're going deep here.
Janelle shoots. Cohen pursuing. Some contact. And that's going to be a push-off. Cohen not happy about that. I mean,
I don't think Jesse's complaining. I mean, he's just trying to get in position, but it was a decent enough a decent enough push where you have to call it. But I think Jesse had an opportunity a little bit taller that was going to float. I don't think he had to be that aggressive to get in position. He was probably unhappy with his turnover right before, but now they have the disc and wide open.
Nice around. And Austin Soul with the break. All tied at 18. Yeah, DeGiorgio listed at 5'8", Steve. I think Cohen, if he could do that over, he would make sure that he's got position, but not make it tough on himself.
Yeah.
There's the throw to Osborne.
Osborne usually catches those, but man, that wasn't a aggressive fall down. But easy throw there, nice throw for the Austin score. But yeah, Jesse, I think he just didn't need to do that, and I think he had an opportunity just to get in there and try to, obviously when you're trying to get position on the D, you're trying to get the inside position, and I mean that thing was floating for a while. I think Jesse could have gone over the top, and he's done that before, but makes a mistake there. The throw was hard. I think Marcel typically catches that, but tough throw. And the Growlers have been shooting themselves a little bit in the foot. Two errors from the Growlers, just not D's from Austin, just errors from the Growlers.
So Growlers looking to right the ship here. KJ Koo is unmarked. Plenty of time left in this game. Now Miller in the power position. He loves moving the mark and throwing to the break side there. So Peter Lentz hauls it in.
This in by Koo. Whew. Got a little scared there.
KJ across midfield finds Brunker underneath.
Love Brunker here. Just that quick throw out to space, opening up the mark for Marcel.
Koo finding Osborne on the break side there. Nothing looking downfield. Dunn gets open all the way back. Nice reset there from Dunn. Guarded by Wiley, and a lot of contact there. Very good physical defense on the dump from Wiley.
There's that continuation. Nice patience there. Kevin definitely wanted a foul, and it looked like a foul. I don't know how close Travis could have got to our thrower without bumping into him as well. So you can see all the fans kind of a little anxious out there, a little excited. We do see some Austin fans making the trip out here. But yeah, here's this replay. Watch how tight this cut is from Travis to not bump either and not get a pick. There's no room for error there for Travis, and get the disc, and then that's that continuation coup to bunker. Yeah, big point for the Growlers.
Yeah, so you see Kevin Stewart again. We shouted out the Super Bloom earlier. That's obviously the absence for Coach Kayla Helton. But Stewart riding alone tonight, having nobody to talk to there. I don't know how much of a calming presence, Coach Kayla can traditionally be. Kevin's a stressed guy.
Probably a fair amount.
But yeah. So Kyle Hankey now on the under to the near side. Ooh, Michael Tran making a good play, but now Potts with the disc. We know he likes to shoot deep. Elects to go back to Hankey, and now Potts again. Guarded by McCracken. Levinsky, but over the top. Oh my gosh, what a great grab. Eric Broderick, and then he's throwing open for Reese Bowman. Nice, effective over the top there.
We talk about, 50-50 disc a lot, who's going to get it. And I feel like, with Khalif and Travis and Miller, all these guys, and Marcel, they're getting all these. But, man, Austin's just incredible, especially with the hammers. It's a couple big hammer catches and high count, just throwing it out, lobbing a little bit. I mean, a person running on, just that two-hand catch, just missing it.
Really nice snag there from Eric.
Yeah, and Austin's been doing that consistently, and their hammers have been a problem for the Growlers, and it's just really hard to guard because there's very little wind. The wind's picking up just a little bit, which may affect some of those throws and may affect that one to pop up a little bit, but with how talented these guys are, and it looks like the Austin's going for the big double team here. Let's see who it picks up. Miller's been really good stepping through these marks here on a double team and taking advantage of it. Growlers have gotten some quick scores off of this.
Yep, double team with a foot block, and Austin Soul Effective strategy, short field to go with the break to take the lead.
Man, that was a tough one for Matt, but now we double team here from the Growlers.
Over the top. Walter is there.
Oh,
Miller out of position. Nick Walter, high stall count dishes for Joey Wiley.
Looks like a timeout call from, man, what a block.
So, man, Steve, we've got an exciting few minutes left here. About 6:21 left in this fourth quarter. We're all tied at 19. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back for more action right after this.
We just came straight back in the action, straight to an Austin Soul score. I mean, just a live side throw, you know, after that timeout, great timeout from Austin, and they're fired up. A big foot block on, you know, one of the Growlers' best throwers. Matt Miller, here's his throw, just open to space.
Potts to the front pylon, really moves his man.
Just got beat to the cone.
Too easy for throwers in this league.
Austin with the big one.
Is that a UT Austin?
Yeah, Hook'em Horns.
Looks like it.
I can tell. We got a lot of Texas. You know, that's Potts is Texas State. Wiley's Texas State. So we have some Texas State guys out here too, and some UNT guys.
So Growlers.
I mean, if it works once, they're going to do it again.
Going to have to overcome the double team here.
I mean, they got to be able to throw a hammer. That's all it is.
There it is. Ruben over the top for Koo.
You
prove
all the
you
way
can do
across
that.
Here to Marcel.
Osborne is open. Cohen, no. Close throw for Brunker, and there's contact. So center field and a new stall count for the Growlers.
You got Daniel Bunker throwing an assist here.
KJ to the break side. So we're all tied at 20. Tons of time left in this game, Steve. I think I was looking before the game and doing some prep. Like, Austin Soul have averaged about 23 points per game. So I think both teams are going to be looking to get at least that many. Let's take another look at that score from Brunker. He fakes to the middle around the double team for Koo.
Easy one for a talented thrower like Brunker, and a big score for the Growlers hold there. You know, Austin tried the same thing. Let's double team, and, you know, they got some big guys out there putting on the mark, but Miller makes a nice hammer over the zone. I think they missed Marcel on the far side, but good patience there from the Growlers, and Brunker with a good assist, and now let's see what happens.
Michael Tran with the pole for San Diego. Going to be fielded by Carson. Elliott Moore in the backfield finding Kyle Henke. Oh, Sugarman with a really nice mark.
Looked like it might have been a foul continuation because he got it off.
Elliott Moore dishes and goes. Carson again with the disc. Good downfield D. Carson all the way around. Very nice handler, sort of dominator. Potts underneath. Hume is marked. Over the top.
Yeah, it's been a continuation of that over the top. Just give go. Lots of all the way.
Some chemistry there between the Armstrongs.
No downfield. It was just a lateral move all the way across. But it was fun to watch. Oh.
Broadbeck to Moore. Elliott Moore, another hammer. Kyle Henke streaking. And that's a dime over the top.
I mean, it's been a hammer fest out here in the Austin Soul. You know, I think they're all, I mean, they may all be Vikings, you know. Thor's hammer, I mean, they just throwing one after another, and it's been just beautiful. Everyone has just been kind of spot on. A couple of defensive plays by the Growlers who just missed it, but like everything's just getting caught. And Austin, 21-20, 4:41 left, is in the driver's seat.
Let's take another look.
Here's the dink and doink. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's all the way across the field and then their first throw back was 5 yards back and lost it all. I mean, what a throw here.
Elliot Moore really not looking anything else before sizing up that hammer. So
Sugarman's so good at defense. Max is really quick, but like no one could catch up to that. It was such a good throw.
So Growlers looking to right the ship here on offense. They trail for, I think, the first time in this game, Steve. Maybe 1-0 was the only other time. Casey Wu underneath for Dunn. Dunn on the far sideline looking for some dump help. He finds Daniel Brunker back.
Growler's just a little too deep to make a deep cut there. Kind of cleaned it up a little bit, but definitely getting a little stagnant. Playing a little tight right now. Got Miller wide open.
There's the reset.
There's Artis going deep.
But Mick Walter is, nice grab there from Brunker. Brunker and Miller really good in tight space. Miller miscommunication
from Brunker. I mean,
Mick Walter runs it down, no problem.
Yeah, Miller just held it a little too long and then looked at 5 or 6, and you know, one cut was one way, one cut was the other way, and
Growlers having to block. The shot is up.
Oh! What a catch. Austin can do no wrong.
Oakley Armstrong with going up big for a Big Sky. 2-point lead for the Soul now. 3:19 remaining this quarter.
You're just kind of holding it too long. Just a miscommunication. Bunker's been out a couple games. He thought he wanted it upfield. I mean, at some point, the Growlers are going to have to come up with some of these Ds. I mean, they're right here. And just, man, what a catch. What a catch from Armstrong from the Austin Soul. And, you know, great shot from TVX, our production crew. And, I mean, gosh, Growlers, if you're the Growlers, you're a Growlers fan, I mean, they're going to have to come up with a D. And one of these throws is one of these big hammers that they're close to D'ing, one of that throw right there. You know, they're going to have to get, and their offense needs to figure it out. Looks like they had a big wholesale for their offense. A couple of the staples out there like Rubin and Dunn, but definitely some new blood out there.
The quick pull is fielded by Osborne, centered to Tran. Off the chest for Lentz. Another break chance here for the Soul.
Lentz just kind of looked upfield last second. And then got beat.
Under 3 minutes to go, and the Soul lead by 3.
Yeah, this is a hard one. You know, the Growlers are definitely not out of it. You know, their quick potential. Here's this replay. Just kind of took his eyes off it. A little bit of pressure from Austin, and then just a break, throw. Lentz kind of lost his guy.
Connor DeLuna doing a nice run through of his teammates to pump everybody up. Soul fans have turned out. You hear them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're growing the game, but San Diego's calling that timeout.
So San Diego timeout, their final timeout of the game. I think if you're a coaching staff, this is a critical moment to kind of reset, get back within 2 and get your defensive shot, be efficient, but with urgency, but not with any sense of chaos. So we'll take another break and we'll be back right after this to resume the fourth quarter. Don't go away.
Hey San Diego, would you rather remodel your bathroom with a company owned by some Wall Street private equity firm or a local family-owned bathroom remodeler? At Sugarman's Bath, we'll treat your family like family. We'll listen to you, respect your home, and stand behind our work with a best-in-class lifetime guarantee. Call Sugarman's Bath we'll treat your family like family.
At Sherman's Bat, our goal is to make you happy.
All right. Thank you and welcome back. Thank you for joining us. 3-point lead for the Austin Soul. Again, largest lead of the night. They saved their best for last, Steve. They're up 3 with under 3 minutes to go here. Growlers to receive on offense.
Yeah, this fourth quarter has not been the Growlers' fourth quarter. Up 1 or 2 after the third, and just it's been one big catch after another from Austin, and now the Growlers really got to play from behind, and it's going to be very, very difficult to catch up that quickly. But, you know, Growlers have the firepower to do it, and they have quick score potential for sure.
Miller finds Ruben underneath. Ruben quick throwing and sharp throwing here. Khalif El-Salam is ripping a backhand. Osborne pursuing, but we're going to see, I think the disc is contact. No? Looked like Khalif was indicating potentially if there was going to be a honorary foul call, but no call, sole disc as the clock ticks.
Now Austin's fine just holding the disc for a while and not making any mistakes and just running down that clock. The clock is definitely not the Growlers' friend. Great nice catch grab there. And
Reinhardt shoots.
A wild throw from Austin. I think the Austin coach is like, why throw that? At stall 1, but
under 2 minutes.
They gotta go deep here.
Osborne pursuing.
Great
nice
throw
shot.
From Miller.
Looked like Osborne finally starting to slow down at that point.
I mean, he was gassed. He just had that big run the point before on Khalees where he thought he may have a chance of that. He made a couple big bids, some great catches. I mean, Osborne is tracking at like 20 miles tonight.
Travis Dunn running this down easily.
Here's that throw. I mean, Austin's probably just like, why throw that throw? To give them an opportunity. And Miller knows that you got to go quick. And just, he almost throws Osborne to space.
Back shoulder, very nice shape from Miller. He looked off Osborne underneath, and then, great textbook, fundamental clearing to space, clearing deep.
Yeah, I think Turner's going to do this roll out of balance with a quick double team because they got to generate some turns very quickly. There's still 1:44 left, but it just can be a while.
We've seen both teams have effective kind of deep pulls and deep, intense defense on a long field. So I wouldn't mind if they shape a pull, but there it is out of bounds across midfield to avoid any sort of penalty.
You got Levinsky and Sugarman, two big bodies on the mark. But, I mean, Austin's just been ripping hammers all day, and they just got to be ready for that hammer all the way across the field. I think they're going to go to Potts right now.
Kyle Henke with the disc. He shoots down the line.
I think that's out the back.
And that's going to be way long, so effectively a punt. Growlers will have the full field to go. Oh, but no, we've got, it looks like a call on the throw.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
I mean, that disc, Steve, was 30 yards long, so I would be confused how the thrower was inhibited in any way.
I think they might have got a team misconduct there. They get to go up even further. I mean, I don't understand. It looked like he must have got bumped on the mark on the throw. But, I mean, that thing had no chance of going down, and that thing wasn't effective. But now they're very far up.
1:05 on the clock.
But you can see them throwing back to Potts, yeah. Because now Potts can just hold it. There's no stall count, no one close enough.
Kendrick Koo has to get all the way down. The Scoober over the top. Miles Armstrong with the disc. Oh. Elliott Moore guarded by Brunker.
Yeah, they got to be aggressive here.
Potts guarded by Koo. 37 to go. Potts again. 25 now.
Got to begin to a high count, but hammers it all the way back.
Yeah,
and
effective use of the super dump.
This is going to be an Austin Soul win, and they're happy going backwards. Just no gas left in the tank for the Growlers.
10 seconds.
I mean, what a game for Austin. To go down big early, all the momentum on the Austin side. and to be able to,
dangerous final moments there, but Austin Soul, effective momentum swinging and really taking control of the game down the stretch. I mean, that's what you do if you're undefeated in this league. You're going to face teams that are every bit as capable, and tonight the Growlers had momentum at times, but Austin Soul effectively able to run away with this one with some clutch points in the final minutes.
I mean, it was just one big grab after another for Austin Soul at the end of the game, and the Growlers were there defensively, made some mistakes, and just couldn't get any Ds. They had that big double team block on Miller, and that was a big momentum switch.
Yeah, frustrating loss for San Diego, but ultimately, I mean, credit Austin Soul for their determination and their adversity, willingness to overcome adversity. I mean, they must have been thinking this from the start, Steve. Down 4 in the first quarter, they never felt out of this game, and you saw them come right back in the second quarter all the way down to the wire.
Yeah, big win for Austin, and definitely one that slipped through the fingers for Growlers. This is a big game for them, with an opportunity for playoff implications. We knew Austin Soul still had to play the Atlanta Hustle, and now the Growlers are on the outside looking in for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, in this league, we've got 3 teams advancing to the playoffs, but ultimately the team that's going to go to championship weekend is usually one of the top 2 seeds because you have the home field advantage for the first, or you have the bye, and then you're facing a team who's already played once on the road or potentially is traveling back to face you at home as the top seed. So that's a long time from now. Obviously, Madison, Wisconsin in August, 22nd and 23rd championship weekend. But all these teams, we've seen tremendous potential in the South region. Earlier this year with Atlanta, they've got a couple of losses on their resume. Growlers fall to 5-3. But Austin Soul extending their winning streak here to 6 now. So they're firmly atop the division. Got a few games to catch up, like you said, against the Hustle upcoming.
Yeah, it sure looks like the Growlers will be on the road to Atlanta and then potentially on the road to Austin if they can win that game to get to championship weekend. But this is my last, we only have one more home game. This is my last game. I'm taking my students abroad to Southeast Asia. So I will be missing this next home game. I'm sure Steven Milardovich will come in the booth. But yeah, it's been a wonderful season. TVX, our production crew, has been incredible. And Brian, it's always a pleasure to work with me. We can check out the stats for the game. Again, just a tough one. We saw it was 4 out of 6 after the third quarter, and then it was another 4 out of 6 just in the fourth quarter. So over 3 quarters, the Austin Soul had 4 out of 6, and they hit 4 out of 6 in just the fourth quarter, and that's why you have that 2-score lead for Austin over the Growlers tonight.
Yeah, impressive for me was the first 3 quarters. The Growlers, I think, were doing everything basically according to plan. I think they had 0 turns in the first quarter. So you see Austin only with 13 to end the game. They had 6 in the first quarter, so really clean. Growlers, obviously, you spread those 16 turnovers out over 3 quarters, but some costly ones here late in the game, I think, are the difference.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a tough fourth quarter for the Growlers. They just couldn't do anything about some of those last minute late game heroics from the Austin. They just seemed to come up with every 50-50 disc or even like a 30-70 disc. They just couldn't seem to miss, and there's a couple big mistakes I think from the Growlers. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Another fun game, but we had a lot of fun during the Atlanta game too. And the Growlers know that they have to beat both those teams in order to have an opportunity.
Yeah, so Houston and Austin will face off. I mean, cross-town rivals, if you can say that. I know everything's bigger in Texas, but next Saturday at 7 Central, Houston will be traveling to Austin, so Austin's back home next weekend, and the Growlers are heading to Vegas. So a few other games to watch out for that we mentioned earlier. So Minnesota, Madison, Friday night Frisbee, as Will said earlier. Some exciting games and kind of showcases some of the most exciting matchups across the league on Friday nights on YouTube. And then Saturday, DC, New York Empire game of the week, followed by Friday, the following Toronto, New York on YouTube.
Yeah, well, if you're having a slump, Vegas is one of the best places to go further into that slump or jump out of that. And that's what we're hoping for the Growlers as they go on the road to Las Vegas and hopefully come away with a win. Moving to 6-3 and like I said, definitely in contention. They're in the driver's seat for third place, but this was a big game for them to let slip.
Absolutely, Steve. So we'll end it there. For our entire production crew, our producer, Daniel Storjuk, the TVX production, our camera operators, Steve Prodan, pleasure working with you this season. I'm Brian Moore. Thank you so much for watching this edition of the Ultimate Frisbee Association from San Diego. Austin Seoul, final score 23-21 over the Growlers. Have a great night. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.